Good afternoon, Yankee fans. Well, we're a little bit more happy today than we were yesterday. How is everyone doing? Um, we are very very happy. It was a much better played game. Still a little bit of holes and everything, but overall it was a pretty decent game. I do have some commentary you may or may not like. But joining us right now, and everything is taken care of and ready to go, is Ken from The Ugly Truth. How you doing, Ken? Welcome back. How's everything?
Not bad at all today, Joe.
Great, Ken. Thank you for joining us. All right, let's dissect. Let's do a little dissection. Your first of all, obviously, the Yankees won the game, and we're all happy about that. Dissect Rendon's performance and how you felt our hitting in the clutch was today. The two main things.
Well, up front, this is Rodon's second game that he hasn't allowed an earned run. He is sitting in the top of the American League for strikeouts of all American League pitchers. Has pitched brilliantly his last two starts. Actually, he's pitched fairly well the entire season. He's gotten us length to preserve our bullpen. I think the minimum innings that he's pitched is 5 2/3, and that was the opening game of the season. He's been 6 or better since. There were a couple of if points in today's game that old Rodon of last year would have cracked, and you'd have seen home runs flying, but he didn't give up a bomb today. Just glad to see.
Yeah. Well, I'll go a little bit easy today, Ken. I think my blood pressure went through the roof for the last couple of days. But there are a couple of very troubling things that we need to talk about. And you fans, if you have any questions, if you want to add to what we're saying, we're gonna dissect first of all Anthony Volpe. Now, I've been a little bit rough and hard on him, and rightfully so. He's way behind on the fastballs and all. And, my first reaction is send him down. No. In thinking about it and all, rest the guy. Rest him one game. We have a day off. Rest him for Friday. Play Vivas, or you could put Cabrera at shortstop. There's no harm. And, let him retool a little bit. I mean, this kid, he's going to be 24 in 6 days, and he's still very, very young, but give him a break. I mean, this guy's just playing and playing and playing and playing and playing. I mean, he is human. Let him recharge a little bit. Come on, Boone. Come on, staff. So that's my thought there. I'm nervy with Chas Chisholm. I don't like the way he's approaching things. I figure I'll do a couple in a row, and then Ken make your comments. Chas Chisholm, okay. He annoys the hell out of me. His approaches are terrible. He lets the first strike get to him. Sometimes he's right, but most of the time he's not. It is down the middle. But we're not gonna worry about the strikes. The bottom line is it goes up there. He wants to hit a home run. He thinks he's Aaron Judge or Babe Ruth, and it's not the case. Play your game. And good things will happen. One final note on Volpe, and then please make your comments. He's got a bunt, and that's on Boone. There's no managing there. You see, he's not hitting anything. Let him bunt. Try it. It can't be any worse than we have now. Okay, Ken, the floor is yours.
All right. Volpe. You're talking about giving him a break. Well, you have 38-year-old Paul Goldschmidt who plays 155 games a season. And he don't want a break.
Right.
And you see what he's doing right now.
Right.
So giving a break is crap. He's not taking a good approach to the pitches. He is outmatched with high fastballs. He can go into the cage, he can go into the lab to adjust his swings so that he can catch up with the damn things. But the book on Volpe is throw him a high fastball, he can't catch up with it. So he actually needs to go and do some work. He's going to get a break tomorrow, sure. You talked about resting him possibly on Friday. Cabrera is a horrible shortstop. He could man the position, but he's defensively a nightmare. The only person that you could put in there is Oswald Peraza, because Yorbit Vivas is going to be in the minor leagues come Friday because Trent Grisham is supposed to be back.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw something about Peraza nursing some type of an injury.
Yes, I heard that too, but they didn't specify.
So I'm not sure to what extent that is. He may be able to play. I don't know. I would have thought that we would have seen him get in more games after Cabrera's airmail throws from the Tampa series, but to no avail. Jazz Chisholm, you are on Jazz. I'm going to tell you, the player that you see in Jazz Chisholm right now is the player that Jazz has been his entire career, as a Diamondback, as a Marlin. He takes big swings. He hits some bombs. He's got some speed, but he strikes out a ton. And he has done that his entire career. And I don't care who the hitting coach is, you're not going to change Jazz. Jazz is just Jazz.
Right. I know. I agree with you, Ken. Another thing that I don't understand is it's the same lineup. We didn't even touch on Cody Bellinger yet. You would think the Yankees didn't win this game the way I'm coming after the team, but I mean, Jesus. I mean, maybe he's turned the corner a little bit with a hit or two, and then he hit a nice fly ball. He's tremendous in the outfield, and I agree with you, Ken. In that respect, no question about it. But if you're going to bat third in the Yankee lineup and you're after Judge, I mean, to get pitches, sooner or later, these teams are going to get really smart, and they're going to say, hey, wait a minute. There's no reason until if they keep Bellinger there, until Bellinger starts hitting, why do we even have to worry about Judge? Just put him on. It doesn't even matter if there's a runner on third or a second and third. They'll load the bases. The guy's not doing anything right now. Who are you going to pitch to? Cody Bellinger or Aaron Judge? It's so simple. It's ridiculous. It really is. So I mean, in that respect, I mean, there's a lot to be desired. But again, they won the game. Some positive stuff. Luke Weaver got a little lucky in that inning. I mean, he let out 3 long fly balls, but they were caught. They were in. As a matter of fact, one I think he thought was gone. He was cursing himself and everything under the sun, but it was caught. And that's one thing you got to feel pretty good with. If you have Judge and Bellinger in the outfield and a ball's hit out there, 99% of the time it's going to be something decent. Something good is going to come out of that. I want to give a shout out to Jonathan. Hi, Jonathan. How you doing? Everybody out there, please press the likes and subscribe to the channel. We would really appreciate that. All the love that you've given us and we can give you, we appreciate that. Ken, another surprising day in the Yankee universe too is that they actually hit in the clutch a little bit today, and that's a good thing. I was very happy to see that. They did miss chances, no question about it, but there was some decent, in the clutch today. So I'm not going to hop too much on that for this.
They went 5 for 15 today with runners in scoring position, 333. So that's quite respectable.
That's very that is good.
We did lose Bellinger at home, being gunned by the left fielder as he ran through Rojas's stop sign.
Yes.
However, I figured Bellinger thought, we got Jazz coming up. He's fixing to strike out. Might as well take the shot. It has to be a perfect throw.
Yeah, well, right. And I agree with you, because that's what happens when you have somebody cold like that. Probably said, you know what, let me just try it and get it out. We're not going to get a hit anyway. I mean, of course, we're just talking, out of that and all. But just quickly, just to go over how the Yankee lineup fared. Ken, Ben Rice, 3 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 RBI. Judge, 2 hits at 4 times up and an RBI and a strikeout.
But back on Rice, he had 1 hit, but he also walked twice.
Yes, you're right.
So he was actually on base 3 times today.
3 times, yes.
And accounted for 2 of our runs.
Correct. Yes, you're right. Bellinger, 4 at-bats, 1 hit. And Paulie G, 5 at-bats, 3 hits, 2 RBIs, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Anthony Volpe said to save 4 Ks, and then he finally hit a little ground ball at third base, so he's making a little progress. Austin Wells, 5 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 RBI, 2 strikeouts. Dominguez looking much better, little by little. 4 at-bats, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. And Oswaldo Cabrera, 0 for 4, 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Pitching-wise, Rodon went 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, no earned, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, no home runs. He's lowered his ERA to 3.50. Cruz has just been a godsend. He's unbelievable. 1 inning, 2 strikeouts. Luke Weaver didn't allow anything, but he gave us a little scare in that 9th inning. So overall, it was a very, very a nice win to end the road trip, come back to New York, have a nice day off tomorrow. And for, all the fans that, just have to watch baseball, well, tomorrow night you'll get that chance and you'll be able to see the Somerset Patriots game, and you'll get to see DJ LeMahieu and company and Spencer Jones live on TV. So that would be great for Yankee fans to see an eye in the future. Sean Browning, kudos to you. Yes, they were 4-3 on the road trip. Excellent point. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Hey, listen, we're over 500 on the road trip. That was, should
have been 6-1.
Yes, totally agree with you.
Because we crapped up the game last night, and we crapped up the loss in Tampa.
Yeah,
because both those games were freaking won.
You're right. You're 100% right. There were a couple of surprises around the league. The Braves beat the Cardinals 4-1. The Mariners lost to Cincinnati 5-2. The Padres lost to the Tigers 6-0. And the New York Mets, hot as a firecracker, win in the 10th inning 4-3 over the Phillies. I'll tell you, Ken, I watched some of those games in between the Yankees. They outclassed the Phillies something awful. They really did. They played with them. Harper just doesn't hit Met pitching. That's going to be a big problem for them. Castellanos hits the Mets pretty well. But the big guns do nothing against the Mets, and that's going to hold well for the Mets. Realmuto is definitely getting older behind the plate. He's not what he once was. I see the Phillies having a lot of holes. The pitching staff, the relief pitching is awful. Romeo, that was with the Toronto Blue Jays, he is gone. He's lost it. Listen, for Toronto to get rid of you as the closer, you've really gone down the pike. And I think the Phillies just grasping for straws there. I don't see him ever regaining what he was even up to 2 years ago. So the Phillies have a pitching problem, especially in the bullpen. The Mets just outclassed them. The Mets are the better team. They have the better lineup. And, hey, listen, they have a winning streak going here. They've got a lot of momentum. Their pitching has been ridiculously good. Their bullpen is good. Now, they did get a possible scare. Diaz got hurt. Diaz was taken out. It looks like something on the side of his hip. And that might be a problem. That looks like it's going to be an IL stint for him. But it's it's next man up, and if the Mets have a 4-game lead, I mean it's early and everything, but Diaz could be a yucky move for them. It looks like Juan Soto is finally starting to settle in. So they are making noise, and of course they're getting ready to. They always pine when it's time to play the Yankees, and the Yankees need to be there and be strong and be ready. And I want the Yankees to give them the fight of their lives. Your thoughts, Ken? I know you don't. You're not the biggest talk about the Mets guy, but whether you like it or we like it or not, the Mets
Their pitching is off the chart right now. Is it sustainable? No, it's not going to sustain. Diaz, their closer, before he got injured, his damn ERA is sitting up in the 7s.
Right.
So he hasn't been the epitome of effectiveness. Their starting pitching has been good. They pulled a gem out in their spot starter. I can't remember what the hell his name is, but he's done a good job.
I know the name escapes me right now, but I know who you're talking about. Definitely.
He was one of the two long relievers / spot starters that I had my eyes on for the Yankees, and the other one was on the Blue Jays.
Oh, okay. Here's a little breaking news, Ken. You might not know. You might not have heard of. Came out in the last 2 minutes. The Dodgers have shut down Blake Snell. Another one. Well, couldn't happen to a better team. You didn't hear me say that, guys. They ranted and rave. They got
Snell on the. They got Snell on the shelf and Glasnow on the shelf.
It says Dodgers lefty likely won't be returning to the club soon. Manager Dave Roberts told members of the media the Southpaw didn't feel great in recent catch session. He will be shut down, possible sent for more imaging. That's got to be a big blow to that team. So, it's not all peaches and cream. I'd be the first one to say, why are we playing the season with the way the Dodgers are retooled? But now I understand why. They're going down like flies. They're making the Yankees look really healthy, which is awesome. So, I mean, listen, I don't wish any harm on any players or anything, but the Dodgers really, really stunk it up with all their comments. I know words shouldn't hurt you, but there was no reason to put down some of the things. But you know what? The players that was saying all these things, they're barely on the team right now. So, I don't even know why, but you know what? They deserve this. I mean, they think they can buy everything. They can buy everyone, have every man on the team could be a starter for any other team. So,
Well, you know what? That's the same resume that the Yankees used to have.
yes. Yes.
So, hence when they called us the evil empire, and that's where the burgeons of the Yankee tax for traded players came from. Now another team is doing it. All right, knock yourself out.
Oh, definitely.
Just
So we still
just
we,
because you don't just because you spend money doesn't guarantee you a championship. Yankees have been the top 5 in salary and payroll over the last 20 years, and we got one World Series to pull for it.
correct. You're right. You're right. You're right on the button. But again, I always blame the Yankees with nickel and they had great teams, but then when they really needed that final piece, it was nickel and dime, nickel and dime, nickel and dime. We still have a lot of very, very good games tonight, folks. We have the Mariners, Red Sox. We have the Orioles, Nationals. The Nationals have been playing pretty well. The Dodgers and the Cubs, great comeback from the Cubs last night. That was a very exciting game. The White Sox and the Twins, the Blue Jays and the Astros. The Astros have been taking care of the Blue Jays. Then you have the Rockies and the Royals. Pittsburgh and LA Angels have been playing pretty well. You have Tampa Bay at the Diamondbacks, Milwaukee Brewers at the Giants, and last but not least, Texas Rangers and the Athletics. So there's still a lot of scheduled games tonight. Looking at the chat, let's see, Sean Browning, they're realizing it's not easy being the evil, broke out with the evil deal who broke out with us. You're 100% right. 100% right, guys. Everybody's on the money today. And Ken, isn't tonight your nice night out, having a little fun there in the bowling alley?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, cool. Do you know ahead of time who you're bowling, or you don't really care until it gets closer to the end of the season?
Nope, I know who we're bowling. We got a bunch of freaking Canadians that we're bowling against tonight.
Oh no! Oh
yeah, they're NATO Canadians.
Now,
good people though.
Now let me ask you: when you're bowling and the Yankees have a game, do you do what I used to do when I bowled on a Wednesday night? It's funny because that was my Wednesday night. Did you used to have the earpiece with the little radio, or did you go into the bar restaurant area where they had the games on in between you throwing?
Cell phone with,
well, we didn't have that then.
Cell phone with earbuds. And
Awesome.
I listened to the play-by-play.
Yeah, it's funny because you're just sitting there and then you go, yeah, and then you say, your guy just missed. No, I'm watching the Yankee game. But no, that's cool, and you should continue it. That's a great recreation. Bowling is well, Mookie Betts. He's a better bowler than he is a baseball player, if you can believe that. Mookie has a 300 under his belt. He's a very good bowler.
I actually bowled in a tournament where he bowled.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've seen
Mookie's capping a 233 average, roughly, ballpark.
That's crazy.
He had the opportunity to go to Tennessee on a bowling scholarship, or I can't remember where he went for baseball, but he took the baseball scholarship.
Unbelievable.
But Mookie does have his Pro Bowlers Association card.
Yeah. My favorite in growing up, the one and only Earl Anthony. He was my favorite. We used to have fun bets with the friends who liked Johnny Petraglia, who liked there were a lot of Marshall Holman, but my guy always was Earl Anthony, and I had the pleasure of meeting him in Long Island, New York, when they were in Long Island, and I met them a couple of times before at the old Madison Square Garden. So that was a lot of fun. Sean Browning saying, "Hey Joe, probably listen to John Sterling." Yes, John Sterling. I mentioned earlier that John Sterling's coming back again, folks. You're going to hear him on the radio. this time on WABC TV, it was announced today that he's back. He's going to be doing a talk show every Saturday, I believe 4 to 7, or it could be 5 to 8. I'm not 100% sure. If I do get that when I do get that information, I'll pass it along. Or if anybody out there in the chat knows it, you're more than welcome to let us know. So good luck to John. My God, I go back with him on WMCA back in 1974, 75. I have tapes of him interviewing Catfish Hunter when he signed, Reggie Jackson. The night he went on after the Yankees won the World Series in 1977, he was a tough cookie on the air. Would not allow a young voice on at all. How many times I tried and I couldn't. There's no way I could deepen my voice for it. But eventually I got on, and it was a great talk. And John was great. It was a little tough on the people if you didn't agree with him. But he was actually a lot of fun. Deb Finch is saying, I watched the Mets win. Well, good for you. So did I. But we won't say that in front of Ken because he's not exactly the biggest Met fan. So we don't want to bore Ken. We want him to be ready for his bowling match.
Well, back in the day when I was in the Navy and I was stationed in Staten Island, I dated this girl named Desiree Davila, and she was from Long Island, Massapequa.
Oh, nice.
And their whole damn family was Met fans, and her mother fucking hated me because I was a sailor. So every time I went over there, I would catch shit about being a Yankees fan and listening to this crap. She'd want to go hang out at the Sunrise Mall, so we'd go over there. And what is it? It's fucking Metland. So all I would hear is yak, yak, yak about the Mets. Yak, yak, yak about this. So hence, Mets have never been a fan of I've never been a fan of the Mets to begin with, but they made me dislike the Mets even more than I did before.
Yeah, no, I actually it's funny because I come from a family of all Yankee fans, and as I mentioned in the past, my immediate family were all born on years that the Yankees won the World Series, and girlfriend and all of that, same thing, born on a year that the Yankees won. She was kind of a Met fan, and we kind of got her out of that, thank God, because there's no way they said that, Joe, you would never marry a Met fan, will you? Or and I said, well, look, probably not, but if you love them and they're putting that on, what are you going to do? You have to close an eye. You figure they didn't have a good childhood. No, just kidding. I do want to mention to everybody, and Ken, while you're on, tomorrow, as everyone knows, there's no game. So I'm going to do a little surprise here, guys. First of all, we will do a Yankee show tomorrow. We will do an update show on the air. But I'm also going to introduce and do a second show tomorrow as a preview. So get this, everyone. Get your wrestling gear out because I have a guest coming on to discuss WrestleMania 41. The do's, the don'ts. He has the knowledge, unbelievable. He's a young man, and I'm going to introduce him tomorrow. It looks like that show's going to be airing at 7 p.m. Yes, Ken.
Jonathan just posted a note that following today's game, the Yankees optioned infielder Yorbit Vivas to AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre.
Thank you, Jonathan.
So that should tell you that Grishbaum is back tomorrow.
Well,
on Friday.
And they can't be too worried about Peraza, because why would you do you would think if Peraza was hurt, either they're bringing some, I don't know, maybe there's some a trade possibility, They normally don't do it 2 days before. Thank you, Jonathan. Again, you're always the best with that. And
Just remember, it only takes to be on the major league roster one day for them to get insurance coverage at the major league level for the year for the minor league player.
Right, but I mean, they're also looking for for the team. You don't want to be another infielder short if Peraza is hurt bad. I guess it was just one of those things that he probably has gotten the okay to go back on Friday night. But just to finish my point on the wrestling show, guys. So tomorrow, please tell family, friends that are big WWE fans. We will have a separate show to do a little tease and dissect WrestleMania 41. I know a lot of people are chomping at the bit. They have a lot of ideas. I had somebody text me that they knew that Becky Lynch was going to turn villain and going to possibly team up with her husband and Paul Heyman. So there's a lot to talk about. So it's a little tease for the separate wrestling show that we're gonna present, which I think you're gonna really enjoy, just like this one. And Ken, anytime you want to go in there, you're more than welcome. I know that you follow the old time wrestling. I think that would be a big thing on there, and I hope you listen. And if you want to come on, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah. All right. For tomorrow, we have our normal The Ugly Truth open panel that starts at 10. It's going to be a post-mortem on the Guardian series. And then we'll talk baseball afterwards. On Friday at 1:15, I'm doing the series preview for the Jays and the Yankees, and I'll have that as an open panel also. So
Great.
We've got 2 live events.
Now the first one, I'm sorry, is 10 a.m.
Yep.
Okay, so remember, everybody, don't forget to listen to The Ugly Truth with Ken at 10 a.m. We'll all be there. We'll all be listening, and follow it. And if you have some views, you want to discuss something or something you agree or don't agree with Ken, by all means, it's a great show, and the history is amazing, and so definitely urge for all of you to listen to Ken. Once Ken is over, then think about you'll know when we're coming back on, and you'll know when the second show will be coming on. So a lot to do tomorrow, everyone. Just because the Yankees aren't playing doesn't mean we don't do our jobs. So it's going to be and then to end the day, you have the NFL draft. But that I will leave to Ken, to Jason. I'm just going to sit back and just see what the Cowboys do. So that's exactly what I'm As a matter of fact, everyone, I just want to let you know that the special guest that I'm going to have on the wrestling show, he just gave a text and he says he's really looking forward to appearing. He usually does a lot of opinions and write-ups, but he's been kind enough to come to get ready to come on with us. So I'm really excited about it. And we're going to try to get him to get involved with the show. And I think he will. He's a good young guy, and the perspective of a young man who's absolutely has unbelievable perspective and ideas. Ken, I'm really hoping that you'll take a listen to it.
We've got Sky Church jumping into the stream, so welcome.
Welcome. How you doing?
Appreciate you coming on board and listening to the postmortem for today's game.
Awesome. Thank God it's a good one.
My last takeaway from the Yankees game today, we did very, very well from the bump. We had key hitting. But the concerning number to me is we had 14 freaking strikeouts again. The team is striking out at an incredible rate. And if we don't even put the ball in play, we got no chance. So these guys have got to have patient at bats. Granted, Volpe got rung up twice on BS calls that were definitely off the plate. But when you're striking out at a high clip, you're not going to get close calls anyhow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, you're correct. I mean, these strikeouts have got to stop. I mean, obviously something's going on. And, we could dissect the hitting coaches. Ken, before I know you're getting close to leaving, I didn't realize that Derek Dietrich is with the team. I thought he was let go. I didn't realize. That's bad on me, and I'm being very honest, guys. I did not know that, and you learn something new every day, and I'm really upset at myself. I did not know that, and that was a surprise to me. All of a sudden, I see that the built guy, and I'm going, "Isn't that Derek? I thought he was let go," but he did come back. I mean, I guess whatever. But the hitting coach. There's got to be a better game plan. I'm sure you believe that. So,
well, the team philosophy for situational hitting and whatnot doesn't seem to exist. And we walk up to the plate, and you got these fucking knuckleheads thinking that they got to swing for the fence every at bat. That's when you start striking out a ton.
Yeah.
Great. These guys are using torpedo bats, but torpedo bats don't guarantee a hit. You actually got to put the ball in play for the bat to be effective.
You know what makes me laugh, Ken, and I'm sure you have a thought on this too. They're looking at all these videos, and I haven't seen it as much on the Yankees this year, although they don't go in the dugout as much as they've been in the past. But if you're looking at all these videos, can't you see that you're over swinging, or the pitcher has a pattern? He's throwing the ball in the dirt. So what are you doing? You keep swinging and missing at it. So I'm going to keep throwing it until you finally realize, oh man, I can't hit this.
Well, like the kid that struck Judge out in his last at bat, he has the kryptonite for freaking Judge. Every pitcher is going to see that, and they're going to lean on that. Judge is going to get a steady diet of sliders low and away. And Judge, he swings over the top of it, maybe because of his fault, maybe because he gets so many low balls called strikes on him. But he got rung up today in his last at-bat. 3 freaking sliders down and away.
Yeah, but it also stems with the fact that they're definitely not afraid to pitch to the next person. So they figure, you know what? Let me give it my best stuff because I don't think the next guy can hit me. So, I mean, I know, and I totally understand. And, we know Judge hopefully will adjust to it. It may take him a little time, but, well, what I do want to say is, Ken, have a great, great night at the bowling alley. Have fun, bowl great, as I'm sure you will, and stay safe. Hugs.
Well, my team is certainly hoping I bowl. My team is certainly hoping I bowl great.
Oh, you'll bowl great. Do you have any relatives you bowl with, or you just?
Yeah, my son John, my youngest middle son, bowls with me.
Isn't it? It's the greatest feeling when I was bowling with my dad. Great feeling.
And he actually has a higher average than me. So this is the first year that he's carrying a higher average than me. So
as long as Dad makes those 1-pin spares and gets some strikes once in a while and gets the missing tooth, you're okay. So I'm sure you're going to do well. And you're all pumped because the Yankees won. Everything's going well, and we're all good. So good luck. Good luck tonight. Have a great show tomorrow. I will definitely listen in, and I hope you'll join us. I will have the times for actually both shows tomorrow morning, possibly late tonight, and looking forward to speaking with you. And And anybody that you know of wrestling fans can, by all means, ask them to take a listen. I think they'll really enjoy the program.
All right, I'm signing out.
All right, guys.
Let's go Yankees and have a great night.
You got it. All right, everyone. So in ending, obviously it was a good night for the New York Yankees, a good day. Hopefully it's a better night. Maybe the Red Sox will lose tonight to the Mariners. That would be nice. And then the Blue Jays come to town. So in closing, like I said, look for a short for the two shows tomorrow, and that we are going to be set. One with New York Yankee Mania, and one on New York Yankee Mania with a special guest for talking about WWE's WrestleMania 41 and a little tweet of what's going to be coming in the future, in the near future. And you're really going to love this young man's perspective and what he gives. And he also has a podcast on a couple of things, and I'll let him speak about it when he comes on with us. It'll be a surprise, his name, and looking forward to seeing everyone there. Have your questions about the Yankees, about the WWE, about WrestleMania. Tell me in the comments. If you're shy and you don't want to type at the time or whatever, type it to me, and I will send it along, and I will highlight your name to let everybody know who's asking these questions. For now, everyone, good night. Enjoy the night. Have fun. Stay safe. Hug everyone. And let's go Yankees. Good night, everyone.